But first, we continue to follow breaking news out of Sacramento County. Right now, deputies are investigating the death of a child as a homicide.
Yeah, it's all happening on Versailles Way, just south of Antelope Road. This is in the Antelope area. Let's get to KCRA3's Mike Tassell, who just arrived on scene with the very latest. Mike.
Yeah, and we're on the north side of the crime scene that's been set up here. I'll just step out of the way very quickly because you can see the sheriff's vehicles, the detectives here that are on scene for a home that is up on the left side of Versailles here, but have Mara Gandhi here from the Sacramento Sheriff's Department who's here right now to give us the latest information. What do we know about what happened here?
Yeah, it actually started about 4:15 this morning as a family disturbance. Deputies arrived, actually confirmed that there was a domestic violence incident that they initially thought they were investigating. When they learned the suspect was inside, they went to contact him. He refused to answer the door. Learned there was actually a child inside. After some brief time trying to get in, they actually forced entry, contacted the suspect who fought a little bit, were able to get him detained. And in 20 years, we don't say this very often, probably one of the most horrific things I've ever heard, but where they discovered this child and how they discovered it. We'll get into some of those details later as it comes out, but that one-year-old child is deceased inside that home. He is now detained, but there's a lot for these folks to work through. I can tell you right now, the deputies that were here were visibly shaken. This is something they've never seen. Like I said, in 20 years, I can't really think of one that's worse than this right now. So,
and as far as the relationship between the suspect and the victim here?
Yeah, it's going to be the child's father, from what we understand. The incident occurred with the child's mother, who all live here at this home.
Do you believe that the child's death occurred as part of the original call, or did that come after an original domestic disturbance call?
Yeah, and that's what we're not sure. So right now they still haven't even completely interviewed everybody. The detectives just finished up their briefing just moments ago. So again, a lot for them to work through. Unfortunately, that result's going to be the same in this death.
And two real quick questions. Number one, anything that people in this neighborhood need to know as far as how long this is going to be and how long of a process this is?
Sure. So again, as far as public threat, there's none. Everybody involved is accounted for. The suspect is detained. The big inconvenience is going to be for the residents that are here. We'll hopefully shrink this down a little bit to kind of lessen that impact, but that's going to be the major inconvenience of getting in and out right now.
And the other one, just to stress, this is all contained, believed to just right here. You know everyone who's been involved, or do you still need help from any witnesses?
Witnesses are great. Again, we think we have everybody accounted for, so that's not the big issue. But piecing this puzzle together on what led up to it, what happened, even if they heard any noises or anything like that, throughout the night, those little things are going to be very helpful for us. Oh,
last but not least, suspect known previously?
Yeah, he has actually no real criminal history to speak of by any stretch, but adult male, and yeah, he's detained.
Thank you, Sergeant. Again, as you heard, obviously investigators are going to be out here for quite some time trying to put those pieces together of exactly what led up to this homicide. Live in Roseville, Mike Tassell, KCRA 3 News.